miss the earth so much. I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a time flight. And I think it's going to be a long, long time to touchdown. Brings me back again to find I'm not the man they think I am back home. Oh, no, 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 I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning out his fuse out here alone. I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown bring me round again and find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning out his fuse out here alone. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise a kid. In fact, it's cold as hell. And there's no one there to raise them. If you did. And all this science, I don't understand. It's just a job. 5 days a week. Rocket man. A rocket man. And I think it's going to be a long, long time till touchdown brings me around again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no. No, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse out here. Hello.
I gotta fix the webcam.
And I think it's gonna be a long,
could have been better. Could have been a better intro. It's all right. Shatner is still singing. I've got another chance. Hold on.
Rocket man, burning out his fuse out here alone.
It's Christmas. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to another DoctrZombie live stream. We are back. I would launch straight into the game, except that I forgot to install it. It's halfway done. Don't worry. It's like, well, 2/3 of the way, a third of the way done. It's a percentage done. So, a long, long time till this song is over. And it's gone. Alright. Hello again! Welcome back to another DoctrZombie live stream. As many of you probably already know, this will be my only live stream this week. I have to go up to Pennsylvania to lay to rest my grandmother who passed away this weekend. I'm alright. The family's okay. We're all dealing with it very well. These things happen when you're 90 years old and you have dementia and all that. So it is not an unexpected death, and I think everyone's kind of okay with it. I'm sure there'll be a lot of emotion when I'm up there, reunited with my family and all that. But for now, it's fine. Have a cuppa. I'm drinking this tea, which is fully caffeinated tea, to clarify, at 8:30 at night, to counteract the effects of like 10 or 12 pills that I'm taking right now. I'm already taking a ton of pills when I'm not sick, and now I've got a full-blown chest and throat garbage. It hurts to swallow. I got swollen lymph nodes in my neck. I look like a goddamn toad. Cunnilingus? No, calculusing gas. Just snort straight caffeine. I could, It probably wouldn't get to sleep, and I do need sleep because I gotta get up early and help the kids get ready for school. Those fuckers didn't make a single goddamn lunch, did they? God damn it. It's fine. Kerbal. The Kerbal space program. So many people were sucking the dick of this game when it came out. They loved it. It was wonderful. You got to build rockets and launch them out into space and be a NASA engineer for tiny, cute little aliens. And I hated it. And the reason I hated it, the only reason I hated it, was because I could not get through the tutorial. They made one of the tutorial levels super fucking hard, and I could not beat it, no matter how hard I tried. I spent like an hour trying to line up this fucking rocket with the path that it was supposed to be on. Did not work. Hated it. Quit the game. Did not want to skip the tutorial because I knew if I skipped the tutorial, I wouldn't understand the fucking game. But now I've got the game again. It was included in a Humble Bundle that I wanted because it had a lot of great games in it, including one that I had been eagerly awaiting. What one was that, actually? Which one did I find? Space Haven. I played it for a stream the other night. It's all right. I have to give it more try. I think it's an offline game for me, not a stream game, Space Haven. Surprisingly, I've been spending most of my time playing Empires of the Undergrowth, the ant simulation game. I think I'm getting close to the end of it, though, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of replayability. If it has like a multiplayer 1 versus 1 mode, it might be okay, but probably not. And I probably wouldn't do it if it did. I don't play a lot of like RTS against people since like StarCraft 2. Like I have Age of Empires 4. I've never once played it against a human. I played against bots. I find bots fun because I can pause and walk away and do shit. Dirty D, you bought 7 Days to Die. That's wonderful. That's amazing. You're going to have a great time with that. That's a fun time. Very difficult, but also fun. Just fun. I think Kerbal is ready. Let's launch that and see if it pops up correctly on this little image here. Oh, by the way, it's December. The hat's back. Ho, 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 motherfuckers. It's Christmas time. I really want to be drinking right now because I got a bunch of really good alcohol. Turns out the wife of the half-brother of my brother-in-law works in marketing for Jack Daniels and can basically get Jack Daniels for free. All the Jack Daniels. And now that I understand the situation better, next time an opportunity presents itself, I will be like, please get me the good stuff. But I just received a cryptic message that said, hey, this person wants to know what kind of Jack Daniels you like. And I was like, well, I like Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey. That's like my favorite. That's the one that I go for when I need when I feel good about myself and I want to, reward DoctrZombie for being a good boy. And apparently that was, quote, too easy. So I bet I am the type of person who takes that I trust the chef mentality. If I go into a sushi restaurant, what does the chef serve that day? Like, what do they want? What does the server at the restaurant think is good? I'm cool with that. Like, I'll eat anything. I'll try anything. And enjoy pretty much everything. Except for Kerbal Space Program, which I did not like because it was a whore. Alright, don't show this again. Close. Close. Settings. Let's lower that volume, especially the music. Okay. Accept. There we go. Ah, much better. I can hear myself think now. Died very quickly. Yeah, it's got a learning curve like slamming your dick in a door. Age of Empires 4 is better for its campaigns. The campaigns have been good so far. I've been enjoying them greatly. And I do enjoy a little multiplayer against the bots too, so, But I haven't played it in a little while. I've been playing the Empire of the Undergrowth. Forgot to put your bourbon barrel aged hard cider in the fridge. No! Rip. You can just pour it over ice, I guess. Well, that's how I like it, but you might feel differently. Alright, Kerbals. Yep. Don't show this again. I don't... Expansions. Oh my god. There's so much fucking... Okay. Oh, one other setting I forgot here. Graphics. Can I get full screen, please? Thank you. Much better. Okay. Ho, ho, ho! It's December! Dr. Zombie's got balls in his face. Let's do this. Resume saved game. No. No, I gotta start over. Career mode. Save name. Live stream. Flag. Oh, look at this fucking flags, organizations, general. What is a good flag? Strutco. Trees. Moving parts. Strutco made me laugh. Let's do Strutco. Ding. All right. Start career mode. Gotta love balls in your face. This is the season. 'Tis the season to get whacked in the face with balls. Hi, Gene Kerman, flight director and guide. Feel free to look around. Hold the right mouse button to move the camera, or use the arrow keys. Thanks. Right-click over the Space Center facilities to view more about them. Vehicle assembly building, tracking station, R&D, astronaut complex, space hangar, just fucking a lot of shit here. Mission control, launch pad, and then a runway for, like, space planes. Right click over the space, left click when you're ready to head inside. Oh shit. This does not feel like the tutorial. Werner von Kerman, Chief Rocketry. Yeah, this is not at all the tutorial. Go back. What am I doing? Leave. Leave this. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Go back to main menu. Training. Yeah, this is what I needed to do. Because I don't, it's too complicated to just, like, play. Alright. The basic shit. I think this game takes hours. I may not even make it to the point where I rage quit. Vessel construction, Werner von Kerman. Satellite, transcontinental flight, surface of the moon, ship, next. Show you around how to construct. To end the tutorial, you'll have to craft fit for a quick hop, launch pad, controls other than the ones you need for that step. If you still manage to mess it up, you can press the back button to go back and fix things. Yep. Hover over them. They show up when your cursor is outside this window. If you need to repair a structure or upgrade them in career, you can do this by right-clicking them. Flagpole. Look at that. When you're ready to enter vehicle assembly building. The VAB. Okay. Middle of the screen is the construction area where the parts placed and your craft is constructed. Left side is the parts toolbox. If you want a craft to be controllable, you need a command module. It's best to make it the first part you place. Kerbal crew or an automated pilot. Only one choice. Pick it. Mark 1 command pod. After at least one part is placed, you can look around with the following controls. Arrow keys. Okay, yep, I see my little part there floating in space. Okay, very good. Move the camera up or down with page up, page down, or the scroll wheel. Okay. Zoom the camera. Shift and the scroll wheel. Okay. Right mouse drag also rotates. Mazda does not, which is sad. Big sad. Hey, Grindlord! Dusty, welcome! Hell hath frozen over, indeed. The pigs are flying. I explained earlier that this came free. Well, not free. It came in a humble bundle that had games that I did want, and I figured I'd try it again. I am a man who does keep a grudge. My boycott of Boston Market has lasted like over 20 years. So, you know, but I'm willing to try this again, but I don't have high hopes. I think I'm going to get to that same tutorial level and fucking fail and be angry. Alright, if you'd like your pilot to be able to make more than one flight, he or she would need to return safely to the ground. Parachutes are a simple way to make sure that happens. Utility tab. Change tabs by clicking on the icons over here. The bottom one. Choosing parts, you can view the details by hovering over them in the toolbox. Parts have additional information which can be opened with a right click. Okay. Man, that is a lot of math, and I'm not feeling it, but alright, that's fine. Go ahead and select the parachute, left click it, and then move it to the top of the command pod so that the green sphere on the bottom of the parachute lines up with the green sphere at the top of the pod. Okay. Boop. I did it. Next. Our parachute has configurable options. We need to right click the parachute we just attached to the pod, and you'll be able to see the parameters. Holy fuck. Move it a bit to the right to 0.02. I'm sorry, not 0.02, 0.2. Okay. Prevents the chute from activating until the atmospheric pressure is above the configured value. On Kerbal, 0.2 is about 9 kilometers in altitude. So even if you stage early and arm the parachute, it will wait until then to activate. You can hide these options by right-clicking on the background scene. Or picking up another part. When you're happy with that, we can proceed. Alright, now we're going to put some engines on. Click on the Engines tab to get some solid rocket motors. BACC Thumper Solid Fuel Booster. Alright, I'll put it like that, right? No. Okay, I got like... There we go. Attached. You may need to zoom or move the camera to be able to do so. Okay, I did. Next. The problem with that craft is that the solid rocket is too powerful for the payload. A single small pod and chute. It will either burn up on ascent from going too fast or burn up coming back down. Even if you survive that, the craft's mass will cause it to fall too fast for the parachute to operate properly, and you'd hit the surface before it could stop you. I promise to teach you how to change that to make it work in a later tutorial, but for now, let's continue. At least this way I get to tell you about removing parts. Pick up the thumper and either drop it over the parts toolbar or press delete. There we go. Instead, let's add the solid motor. That's a better match for a ship of this size. Bing. There we go. At the start of your career, you'll have what I consider rubbish parts. Literally, the motor here looks like and may well be a converted trash can. This game is hard as fuck. That's why I returned it before, Warlord Nick. Simplest survivable craft possible. We could go to launch this right now, but it might be safer to explain one other thing first. In the bottom right, you'll see the staging stack. It's the box with the number 0 and icons for the parachute and engine in it. The stack shows us which parts will be activated as we stage our rocket. Okay, next stage, both the engine and the parachute will be triggered. While it could be considered funny to open the chute and fire the motor at the same time, it's not going to give you much of a flight. To fix this, we need to separate the engine and chute into 2 stages. If you mouse over the 0 stage, you'll see a little plus and minus appear to the left of the box. Yeah, okay. Plus to add a new stage. Yep, okay. Drag the engine icon from 0 to 1 to give our pilot some comfort. Stages activate from highest number and then count down. Okay. That's it. We have a safe craft ready to go. Let's make sure we don't have to build all from scratch. See a name for our craft. Untitled spacecraft doesn't seem so majestic. Change it to be something more your style. Okay. Mini poop shoot. Next. Feel free to play around with the parts and techniques I've shown you, and when you're ready to continue, press the red button in the upper right to exit. Back to the training menu, try the flight basics. Okay. So, very basic build engine, no parts other than the ones we were given to fuck around with. Go back. Yes. James Molinar, how you doing, buddy? Have this on PS4, not near as good. The controls on the console port seem to be clunky. Great, because the controls on this is what caused me to fucking abandon this game forever. Learn the basics of flying a spacecraft in KSP. Alright. Gene Kerman is going to teach me the basics of piloting a spacecraft. Check the basic construction tutorial. Yeah, we did that. Alright, here we go. The pitch, yaw, and roll of the ship. Oh, God. All the other controls will be locked until they're needed. Yaw, roll, and pitch. I hope you visualize these. We've taken a holiday snap. Next. S and W is pitch up and down. A and D is yaw left and right. Yaw. And Q and E is roll left and right. By controlling the pitch, yaw, and roll together, you can keep the ship in a controlled flight. Try it now. You notice the indicator on the lower left side move as you provide. Pitch, yaw, and roll. Alright. Throttle plus pitch, yaw, and roll are the main controls you'll need to master for successful crash-free flight. We'll skip over the throttle control for now, as this vessel has no use for it. Need for it. Don't worry, I'll explain it another time when it's of use. Blah, 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 heavy ships, blah, 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 sluggish, blah, 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 stages, blah, blah, flight controls. Blah, blah, blah. Launch to final deployment of descent parachutes. Control the activation of several of ship's parts by activating stages. Space is to do the thing. Notice the stage indicator in the lower left corner. Shows the currently active stage. 1. I have your staging controls locked for now, so the stage indicator is glowing purple. One more thing on staging. If the staging step is causing strife, you can change your mind about something. You can edit the stage on the fly, no pun intended. Wait, no need to go back to the assembly facility. I'm going to kill this poor woman. An important part of flying is knowing how your ship is oriented, where it's going. Blah, blah, altitude, blah, blah, velocity, blah, blah, big round instrument, lower center, nav ball, critical information. Oh man, I should have played an easier game. I'm going to need some alcohol for this. Now that the tea has taken effect, I feel awake. Oh, Dusty's trying to help me. No, Dusty, it's going to be too difficult. You're going to hurt yourself. Most PCs chug. Xbox using controller is abysmal hell dipped in flaming shit. Oh, man. Here you see the ship's nose in relation to the horizon. It's pointing straight up. Oh, oops. Line between blue sky and brown ground, as well as heading, compass bearing, and speed. You also get several icons that indicate things like your curve velocity vector. We'll look at those later. Top center, you got your altimeter, your vertical speed indicator, your atmosphere gauges, your chronometer, your crocodiometer, your flux capacitor, and your bumhole extender. Keep this gauge pointing up. Vertical speed indicator. That's this thing. Keep it pointing straight up at 100 or 1,000 or whatever. Oh, okay. Atmosphere gauge. How deep the ship is in the planet's atmosphere. We're currently way down near the bottom. Once you get to the black, you're in space. Next. Oh my fucking god. In the staging stack, you can see the indicator for your parachute over here. Background changes color to indicate when it's safe to stage the parachute, and the foreground will change depending on the parachute's state. By default, parachutes will not deploy when it's unsafe, even if you stage them. The left 3 show safety: safe, risky, and unsafe. The chute is unstaged in the left 3. Armed, deployed, and cut shredded. When you're familiar with the shoot icon colors, we can move on. Great. So basically, gray, white is undeployed. It's safe to deploy. Blue means I've deployed it, or armed it. It's not deploying itself yet. It's armed. It's going to deploy as soon as it considers itself safe. Green means everything's good. You're drifting down to the ground. And red means you fucked up. Somebody's going to die. Got it. Okay. Unlock the flight controls and you'll be clear for launch. Space! No. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Get yourself prepared. Hit space when ready to launch. Don't forget our hopper has only a solid rocket motor, so there's no throttle control. That's why we didn't review the throttle here. Make sure to fly in a nice high arc and enjoy the flight. I'm going to fuck. Hello, Kugat. Welcome to the stream. Thousands of hours into Kerbal Space Program. See, it's comments like that make me think, sure, yeah, we could do that, Dusty. We could do a little chit-chat here. Binoop. Hello, Dusty. Oh, wait a minute. No, everything's working. My thing is set. He's muted, though, but that's okay. Okay, let me take a look here. Hit space when ready to launch. Don't forget our hopper has only solid rocket. Actually, I may have an issue with my headset. It does say he's muted, though. Give me a minute.
There, am I unmuted?
There you go. Yep, now I can hear you really good. You're all good now. Actually, a little too loud for me, but that's okay. I will fix that on my end. That's because I just slammed the volume all the way up. Hello!
I was thinking I'll let you mostly do your thing, but just let me know if you want to help.
I will probably... This is the tutorial that made me quit this game and refund it. I'm not even...
Well, I'm ready to say fuck the tutorial. Let's just go blow shit up until you let me do it.
And you know what? That's what people said, and I was like, no. If the tutorial can't help me learn the game, nothing will. I'm too stupid. And then I just I got my money back. But I bought it for like $30 or whatever, I think. My voice is loud. It's getting mic static feedback echo. Oh, okay.
Sounds fine on my end.
Okay. The mic static feedback may be caused by all the goddamn cords that are touching my mic. But you don't hear it, Dusty? Did you hear it during the stream?
I'm muting your stream, so I can only hear Discord.
Yeah, let me pull out some fucking... Because, like most things in my life, the area around my computer is just a tangled mess of...
Right, Warlord? I want him to send it too.
It could be that the stream output is so loud. Hold on. There. Okay. That should reduce any additional feedback in the microphone. And I can lower my mic sensitivity a bit as well. Lower the gains. That should help a bit. If that doesn't help,
always the consummate pro of streaming.
I try to make things better for people. Rarely do people even tell me that shit is horrible, and then I listen back and I'm like, it sounds like there's a rat chawing on my nuts. Like, what? Why didn't anyone tell me I sound like this?
Why didn't you tell me?
Why didn't anyone tell me my ass is so big? All right, I need to hit space.
Do it.
We're going up. My vertical speed indicator is near 1,000. We're 2,000 meters off the ground. We're still in the blue atmosphere.
You want to arc towards the water?
Oh,
so
shit.
hit the D key. It'll put you in that. Oh, I think you're already out of fuel.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus.
So the D key will send you towards that side of the...
Toward the water. Okay. Well, I am kind of tapping it, but it's not really giving me much...
You can watch your altitude is at the top, so you're still going up.
Yep, still going up. Oh, now I'm just sort of spinning around. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so you're slowing down, so the atmosphere is no longer... You're no longer a bullet going fast through the air. Now you're going to be a bullet heading straight down.
Yeah, pretty soon. Yep. Because I didn't arc myself at all. Parachute icon on the staging list that shows how safe the current environment is for shoots. Once it goes red, it won't deploy until it's clear again. Well, it's white, so
You could pop it right now if you wanted, or you could wait until you're going down a bit further.
I would say if I pop it right now, I'm going to be like, it's going to take forever to get to the ground, right? Oh my god, no.
You do have, I don't know if the tutorial will let you, but you do have time control, so you can make it go into 4 times faster if you need to.
Okay. Well, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, do so now before you speed up again and hit the surface. Got it, yep.
Might as well.
I've armed the parachute.
So hit space. Hit space to stage.
I did press space again for the parachute. So it is armed. If I press space again, nothing's going to happen. Okay. If you didn't fly high enough.
What did you set it for? 0.2 or something?
Yeah, that's what they told me.
So maybe that's why it's not opening yet.
Well, I'm drifting down to the ground. Oh, now it's red.
Does that mean it's going too fast?
Uh-oh.
If that thing doesn't...
I did everything you fucking asked! You shit. I did everything the tutorial told me to do, and I still died. That's...
Maybe it wanted you to do that.
Failure. Oh, shucks, something went terribly wrong here. You might want to stay alive when on an actual mission. Don't feel bad, I'll send someone to clean that up and you can try again. Make sure you fly high enough to be going slow enough for the parachute deployment, and make sure you remember to stage it to arm it. I totally fucking did, but it did not deploy. Alright.
Do revert to launch?
Yeah, let me try again. This fucking game. Alright. Yeah, yaw is that, roll.
Yeah, so you have staging correct. So you have the motor and the
pitch,
the parachute on 2 different stages.
Here we go. I'm hitting next until this guy shuts his goddamn mouth. Alright, yeah. I hit space. Now you said I should immediately point myself toward the ocean.
Yeah, hit the D key and you'll head over to the water.
Yeah, I'm holding down that D key, but he does not want me to go that far off because it like resets constantly. Or maybe it's just supposed to, I don't know.
It's the forces involved. You're kind of going really fast.
Gotcha.
It's aerodynamic.
Okay. I'm still going up. Okay. Oop. Oh, fuck.
As you flatten out, you could go ahead and hit the space and get the parachute out.
Alright, I hit the space. The parachute is armed. You've armed the parachute. Wait to get low enough and slow down enough for it to deploy safely. Don't worry, it will do so automatically now. If you didn't fly high enough, you might not have enough air under you to slow down before you crash. That's exactly what he said before, and then I died horribly. But the difference is I'm not pointing straight down anymore. Maybe that was the problem.
Yeah, because you're going sideways.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe pointing straight down was...
And you...
bad.
Yeah, and because you put some energy in sideways, you're not going as far up.
Yeah.
So you probably won't come down as...
Hey! The parachute fucking deployed.
Did it?
Now we sit back and enjoy the descent. Okay, great. So you are also of the opinion that I should just say fuck the tutorial and just play the campaign?
Well, if you ask me personally, that's how I played. I didn't do any tutorials. I played this game before there was even tutorials.
Okay.
So I just learned as I went. But I don't know. That's how I did it.
So Kugat was trying to tell me not to fuck up. He said, do not flip over, press T, you are becoming a bullet, with the capsule being the tip. So he was trying to explain to me what I'd fucked up, and that is exactly what I did to fuck up. James Muller.
So here, so now the parachute is just fully deployed,
yep.
And that'll slow you down.
And I'm just going to drift onto the water.
If you press the greater than key, like the period and the comma, those should, if you push the period / greater than key, does that...
Cannot warp time in this scenario.
Okay, so it locked you out.
Yeah. Okay.
You're just going to have to watch those meters slowly count down.
Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this scenario, or at least this part. Then I'm going to go get some alcohol and put it in his lordship coffee cup. Then I'm either going to finish this tutorial or stop the tutorial and go do campaign, and Dusty will be my tutorial. Dusty will teach me this game. I survived my first flight. splashed on Kerbin, unlock the crew hatch. You can click the EVA, extravehicular activity button, that will pop up when you mouse over the portrait of the Kerbal.
Yep, so click EVA.
Oh, look at that. There's a fucking little Kerbal on the
There's
ship.
your little Kerbal.
Space to let go.
You go for a swim.
F to grab. And then she sinks to the bottom of the ocean and dies horribly. Oh, she swims. Okay.
Of course, when you're a Kerbal, you can WSAD in space and shift to run.
Gotcha. Okay. Was that the end of the tutorial? Or was there something fucking else you wanted me to do?
It didn't pop up with another thing. Oh, go back, see if you can grab back on. Yeah, F climb. And see if you can grab back on. It might be difficult to get back on there.
Oh,
There you go. Now a grab.
I've grabbed.
Yep. And then go down towards the hatch.
B for board.
B for board.
Yep.
You want to get back in, and then you can. Where's the?
I can't remember how to access.
Oh, mouse up to the top of the screen.
Recover
In the
vessel.
center top of the screen.
Yep. Recover vessel or
There
space
you
center.
go. Recover vessel.
Yep. Didn't do it. How do I get?
Oh, is it locking you out?
Previous fucking message. I can't remember. Was it backspace or escape?
Do we care?
No, I suppose not. End scenario. All right.
Yeah, I think you pretty much did all of that.
The part that I gave up on was when you are in orbit and you're supposed to use your pitch, yaw, and roll to like hit the exact angle you need to maintain an orbit, and I could not match it manually. And the tutorial was like, by the way, once you get to the real game, you never have to do this again. You can always just hit one button and it'll do all this shit for you. But for now, we're gonna force you to do it. And I was like, I can't. I could not get the ship to match what it wanted. It was fucking annoying. I'll be right back. I gotta.
You're okay.
Yeah.
Do that, and we'll be.
I'm gonna get some
back in a few
of
minutes.
my delicious new alcohol and some ice.
I'm also gonna get a drink.
Actually, got to do one more tiny thing. I'll be right back.
Dirty D's trying to teach the controversy. In true 2B2T fashion.
All right, I'm back. I put my mother to bed, got my alcohol. I opted, instead of going for the new alcohol, to finish up the almost empty bottles to clear up space in the alcohol cabinet. So, Sprite and pineapple gin and Bacardi rum.
Wow.
Not a terribly lot of the gin or rum, just like a tiny little half-inch on the bottom of each, but tastes pretty good. Okay, look at all these fucking messages. Holy shit, everybody's excited about me fucking this up. Green Bart Simpson.
We're going to do great things today, Doc.
We're going to do great, amazing things, or horrible mistakes.
We're going to boldly go where no Doc has gone before.
I should be still
Okay.
online in an hour, Warlord Nick. Okay.
So there are a few game modes. Do you want to play full career mode, or you want to play like half career mode, or do totally creative?
I think full
Kind of.
career mode is kind of what I want to do.
Okay. Yep, career.
Even if I don't get that far, at least it's kind of like the classic mode.
And I think that should use normal difficulty should be fine.
I hope so, because I hit the go button.
Yeah. Just say thanks, I've got it.
Thanks, I've got it. Kugat has a lot of advice. Nice bowl of veg soup and some bread. Nice. Dirty D reminds everyone that he believes the Earth is flat and that it's surrounded by an enormous plasma screen TV. Antarctica keeps the water in, says Drew. Control Alt F5. Okay, so here I am, Dusty. I'm in my basic greetings, nice to meet you, Gene Kerman, and then I hit thanks, I've got it.
So, do you know all the parts of the Space Center?
I know the vehicle assembly building,
Yep, the big one in the middle.
and I assume I know the launch pad.
Yeah, so that's the well. I think the vehicle assembly building is all we're really concerned with right now.
Okay,
So we can go in there,
alrighty, I'm in there.
and right. So you can read some of this stuff, but you basically just have a limited number of parts, which you'll probably already be familiar with because they're the same ones you use in the tutorial.
Okay. So we've got the tutorial engine, the flea. We have something new, a modular girder segment. Build the structure of your dreams with the Maxo Construction Toys modular girder segment. Cargo part that can be placed inside inventories. We have aerodynamic fins, the basic fins. Yes, I remember these. We have a mystery goo containment unit.
Yep, that'll come in handy because we want to collect it. Science. Collecting science is going to be important.
Okay. And then we've got cargo. We've got an EVA jetpack and a personal parachute.
Honestly, they've added a lot of stuff since I kind of last
And then we've got the
stopped playing this
Mark
game.
16 parachute.
Yeah, so that'll come in handy.
EVA jetpack is Kerbal mobility, low gravity environments. Basically lets our Kerbals fly around, I guess. Why should Kerbals put their trust in something found lying by the side of the road? Okay. So I'll need to build a spaceship, right?
Right. So let's put our first mission together, and what we want to do is send a Kerbal. We can't send them into space or into orbit yet,
Okay.
but we need to collect some science.
Okay.
We can collect science from the ground. We can collect science from the air. We can collect science from the water. Then we can collect science from different biomes on the ground. And we can collect science from space. But for right now, we want to collect some science from the ground, and we can actually they have different locations around the spaceport. So if you're on the if you're on the launch pad, you can collect a certain amount of science from there. And if you're like over in different parts of the base,
Good night, James.
You can also get science from those places as well.
Okay, so how do I do the thing you said?
We'll start with the pod.
Okay, build the pod. The command pod goes there. Then we got to put the flea rocket booster underneath it.
Yeah, you're really going to have a pod, an engine, and a parachute. Kind of just like how you did in the tutorial.
The parachute here goes on the tippy top. Now we don't need any fins because we're not going to be like flying it around. We're really just shooting it into space.
And it's as you can see, as you saw in the tutorial, it's already aerodynamically stable.
Yep. Okay. That's
always check your staging.
Staging 0. Yep. It looks good now. It automatically did that for me, which is good.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
it doesn't always. So you gotta always gotta watch that.
Fair enough. Okay. What's next?
The one other thing you can do is if you go under science on the left, the science tab of parts.
There it is. Yep. The mystery goo containment unit.
There's a mystery goo. How much does that cost?
800.
800.
I have 1,200.
Yep, 1,200 left.
Wait.
Well.
Yeah.
Or do you have 25,000? What you can do is slap two of those on there.
I have 25,000.
Okay, so if you hit X or C, it's been a long time. While you're placing them, you can place double, triple, quadruple.
It looks like it's X.
Symmetry mode, yeah.
Let me grab this one off, and then look at this! Oh my gosh, you could do a bunch of them.
Yep.
Okay, we only want doubles, so we want them equally on both sides. That way, one side isn't going to be heavier than the other.
And then tap C.
Okay. While holding it? Hold on.
Yeah, so see down in the lower left, that hexagon, that circle that switches back and forth. That's angle snap. So one of them is angle snap, and the other is like place anywhere.
Got it. So it's trying to snap onto a specific bit.
I think it's every like 15 degrees.
Okay.
Like allows you a little more precision.
Great.
Okay, so that because those weigh something, so if you only put it on one side, it's sort of gonna
tilt the rocket in that direction. Yep. Okay.
So that'll allow you to collect some science, and we should probably get going.
Okay. So now I need to fucking save and then launch.
Yeah, I would just worry about launching, yeah.
Okay.
It does auto-save your thing, so if you're just kind of got stupid crap you don't really have to worry about saving it.
Okay, I'm going to hit the button, angle it toward water if there's any water nearby, and then gather some science.
Yeah, it'll be like before. If you hit D towards the 90 degrees, you'll go over the water.
Gotcha. Here we go.
But first, before you go...
Okay, yep.
Is it... Never mind.
Fuck.
Sorry, there's a delay in the stream.
That's okay. It's fine.
So if you zoom in a bit and right-click on the cab on the pod,
okay,
you should have an option for collect report or something like that. Crew report at the bottom.
Crew report.
Click that. Yep, and say save it with the green button.
Keep experiment.
You just collected 3.5 science.
Okay, nice. And I'm spinning out of control.
And did you deploy the... You did.
I did,
okay.
Yes.
Try to right-click on one of those goo pods, too.
Okay. I got it. Observe mystery goo.
Yep. Collect
mystery goo observation while flying. The goo jiggles and wobbles. Keep experiment.
7 science. Green button, keep that.
Okay. I'm trying not to become a bullet.
And now just wait until you splash down. There's a trick that you're going to use that'll come in handy, is that you can only collect one crew report at a time. But if you can get out of the pod and get back in, you're then going to be able to collect another crew report.
All right, I just did observe mystery goo on the other pod, so I did both sides. Don't do that.
Don't collect. Yeah, because it doesn't. You don't double the amount of science.
Gotcha.
You've already gathered the science for that, and will get almost nothing if you do it in the same place.
Damn it.
So we're gonna save it until we're splashed down. How's your drink? Is this a mix you've done before?
I probably have. It's pineapple plus rum plus Sprite. So I've got a pineapple Sprite with some extra zing in it. It's good.
That sounds like it works.
The pineapple gin was quite delicious, and I think I probably have been holding on to just like the last half a shot's worth of it because I didn't want to see it go.
Right.
But now I need.
So now you can hit the greater than, the period button.
Oh, okay.
Like once.
Time warp 2. And splish.
Right.
Okay. And I'm back to 1. All right, now I want to get out and do something.
Well, first, what I do is get the other goo container.
Yeah, I've already fucked that up. That's my bad. Can I reset?
Reset it.
Okay.
Make sure you have one.
I've got the one.
And then reset the other one.
And I'll reset the other one and observe. Okay. The goo escapes into the water. Keep experiment.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you can EVA out.
Okay. Oop. Space, get at, let
right
go.
click. Yeah, right click on your Kerbal.
Okay.
And that way you can do another crew report. EVA report.
Gotcha. I didn't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it?
And then the trick that I was saying is you actually have to click on the pod while you're standing outside of it.
Okay.
And then say collect. I think it's collect science. So right click.
Take data, store experiments.
Yeah, take data. And then when you get back in, you'll be able to collect another crew report.
Okay. And then to get back in, I right click on.
It's right there. It says B for board.
It does say B for board. Yep. Okay. EVA report from Kerbin's water added. Crew report while flying over added, and then some other shit happened.
And then the last thing we're going to do is collect a crew report while we're sitting in the water.
Crew report. You record the crew's assessment of the situation. Keep experiment.
Yep, that's another 2 science. And we are done. So if you mouse up to the top of the screen,
vessel.
You can recover vessel.
Yay! That was easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I should have a bunch of science from doing that stuff.
Yeah, and then we can use the science to unlock more parts.
I got 2, 3.2, 3.5, 7, 4, and 5. Mystery goo observation while flying was worth the most. It also gave me data.
Yeah. So the part of the base closest to you is the R&D facility. So we can go in there and unlock some parts.
1 XP gained. Okay, research and development. Okay, so we use our science to research some shit. We got basic rocketry for Engineering 101. Engineering 101 gives us decouplers, thermometers, communicatrons, and other communicatrons.
Getting the thermometer is nice, so that we can collect more science points on each mission.
Okay.
That was the basic rocketry.
Rocketry is the swivel liquid fuel engine, hammer solid fuel booster, and the additional fuel tanks.
Well, we got enough science for both of those, and we're going to need them.
Okay, we'll research both of those. Okay. Where does it show how much science on? 23.
Left?
We can get one more thing. So we've got general rocketry for Reliant liquid fuel engine, Thumper solid fuel booster, and the T200 fuel tank. And we've got stability. That gives us the aerodynamic nose cone, the AVT1 winglet, and the TT38K radial decoupler. And then we've got survivability. Heat shields, barometers, radiator panels, micro landing struts, a bunch of words I don't understand,
If you ask me, I'd go for that bottom one because it
Yeah.
also has another science.
The barometer.
And I think the other ones kind of have parts that aren't quite ready to use yet.
Okay, bottom one it is. And that opens up even more. Basic science is down at the bottom, so I'm guessing that's where we're going to head next because it's going to speed up the science gathering.
Well, to get into orbit, really, we're going to have to go back and sort of get some of those bigger rocket parts.
All right, so we did some research. We've got some new parts. We're going to want to go build stuff in the assembly, right?
Let's go do another mission.
Okay. New rocket. How do I do new? Oh, there we go. New button.
So now you have a decoupler. You can actually create a multiple stage rocket. So let's start with the pod again.
Okay.
Actually, you do have a liquid fuel. You have a liquid fuel tank and a liquid fuel rocket. The tanks are the second one, and then the rockets are the third one.
Yes, I have a fuel tank.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got engines. The flea, the hammer, and the swivel.
Cool.
All right. So, should I be trying to build something here myself, or are you going to teach me how to build a better rocket?
That's a question that you need to answer.
I don't like this question. Okay, first off, we're going to put the parachute on. Going to need that regardless.
And I can give you some general guidelines.
Okay.
And then let you come up with your own design.
It's been a while, but I kind of remember some little bits of information. Let's see what I do here. So let's start with... Oh, fuck. So this liquid fuel engine, compared to the solid fuel booster, this needs separate fuel tanks, right?
Yes, the liquid fuel engine will need a separate fuel tank.
Right. So
The solid motors are a combined deal.
Okay. So in order to use this, I need to add fuel. What's the benefit over... Well, let me look here. We've got thrust of 167, ASL and VAC. I don't know what those words mean.
I'll tell you what they mean.
Jeez.
It's basically just the efficiency.
Okay.
Liquid fuel motors are some are less efficient in atmosphere and more efficient in space, and some are vice versa.
Okay.
And ASL is at sea level.
So this one helps me turn faster. That's the basic benefit.
Yeah, there's one big difference between this one and the solid motors is that this one actually gimbals, which means you can point it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually turn it and control the rocket. You were able to do that before with a non-gimbaled engine, but that's because there's reaction control wheels in the pod that allow you to point it.
Gotcha.
But being able to point the rocket is really important.
Peanut people would like me to build a penis tower.
I mean, we will definitely do that.
I mean, everything that is rocket shaped is also by nature penis shaped. That is NASA 101.
Did you get decouplers, side decouplers?
I do have side decouplers. If I look
down, right below the crane. Oh no, you only have an inline decoupler.
I swear I had something.
As soon as you get the side decouplers, we will be making some penis-shaped rockets.
Oh, it's under utility. These are parachutes and a drogue chute. It's a type of parachute.
We don't need to be worried about extra parachutes right now.
Okay, so
because the first thing you should do is put an inline decoupler on the bottom of that pod.
Gotcha.
So that you can detach everything that you attach to the bottom.
Right, because
that way you're not splashing into the ocean with a massive rocket.
Massive rocket, yep.
Exactly.
Because I can break the rocket off and have it fall away, and then I won't be barreling toward Kerbal. Fuck, why isn't it being a chick?
Change your angle so the
Okay, it was being a bitch because I was looking straight at it. It's better now. So
then if you hold Shift or Control, I can't remember, or maybe it's Alt. You should be able to grab something that's already in there and then duplicate it.
Okay. Ooh, so
which can be a time
Shift lets me move the whole device.
Sorry, so it's not shift.
Okay, control doesn't seem to do shit, and alt.
The alt.
Alt looks like it. Oh, yep, duplicates. So I could put 4 liquid booster things there.
Exactly.
And then put the engine at the bottom. Okay. Now that's great, but what I can't do side decouplers, so I can't put rockets on the sides yet.
Soon, though, all we need to do is collect a little more science, and we'll be able to get that next.
So realistically, this is only marginally better than just putting a hammer booster on it.
Right. And one general thing when you're designing a rocket is you kind of think backwards, because this is the last thing you're going to be in control with. So this is going to be like at the top of your arc, right? The top of your orbit or wherever you're going. The last thing you're going to do is the first thing you're going to build.
Gotcha. Okay. Because the last thing I'm controlling is this fuel tank and the engine.
Right.
So prior to that, I'd be building something else, which would lift me off to... Yeah, okay. I got that. So, okay. Let's talk about the other shit we've got here. We've got a micro landing strut designed for space probes or lightweight landers, made of toothpicks. It's just for landing, right? Oh, I see. I see what that... I get it. Okay. I forget how you do the thing. X, right, is what you use to like make lots of them. So if I'm making a moon lander, I would want these on the like body of the probe that lands.
Yes.
I'm not doing that now because these are my fuel tanks that are going to pop off when I hit a button.
And also those are extremely small and...
Okay, we've got heat shields. I don't know what they're used for. I mean, obviously for protecting parts from heat, but I don't know how they would help me here. Maybe they won't.
Well, the pod does include heat shield on its own.
Okay.
So if you're adding something below the pod and you would want to protect it, you could add a heat shield underneath.
I see.
Or if you're using something other than the pod that doesn't include heat shield,
gotcha,
then you'd be able to add it.
So we want to make science. That's the main thing we want, right?
Yep.
So we want communicatrons.
We can add it on there if we want to transmit it in the middle, which I think at this point we're still mostly just holding it in the pod and then recovering, and that's where we collect it.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to just keep it simple, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. So here we've got our science tab. We've got thermometers. So that will record the temperature.
Yep. I think what you want to do is just throw 2 of each of those on there.
2 of each. So we want to hit X once, which will give and C. No, C is good. So we've got X.
Just put them on the side. One thing you don't want to do is put it where the pod bay is, because you can actually block the pod bay.
And that's the blue thing.
Yeah,
so we should be
on
good.
The white strip on the sides would be great.
And then we also want to do... No, we don't want to do the mystery goo, because we've already done it. Unless we're reaching a new level.
I mean, that's a... Yeah, we can skip it this time, because we're mostly going to run the same.
But we're going to be checking temperature and barometer. And I've got 2 of them. One for the surface, and one for as high as we can get.
We actually want more then.
Oh, okay.
4 of each. Because we'll be on the launch pad, we'll be in the air, and we'll be in the water.
Ah, okay.
Watch out, because if you're in symmetry mode and you're putting things on the back, it's also putting things on the front and covering up the pod door.
I see that now. I've moved it.
I think
we're good now.
That may still be the pod door.
Okay, so let's move it a little bit further.
Yeah, you have plenty of space like above, all up and down that white stripe.
Okay. So I could put it on the same thing above it. Oh, fuck that. Look at that. Holy shit. Okay. That should be fine. I see the outline of the door. We're outside of it now. Maybe actually... Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You can also rotate if you use QEWSAD. You can also sort of like orient them differently if you want to.
No, well, I'm holding it. Oh, wow! Look at that. Okay. That's fine, though. They're okay like that. Okay. Let's take a look at chat here. ASL VAC is how much force they produce. ISP is how efficient they are. Build the Bezos Peen so we can launch DoctrZombie to space. It doesn't matter what you do, it will blow up. Facts. This is true. Okay, I think we're ready to launch this rocket, get some barometric readings and some temperature readings.
Totally.
Let's basic Peen number 1. Save and launch.
Now, so you have one extra variable here is throttle, which is shift and control.
Shift and control, throttle up and down?
Yeah.
Okay. Where does it show me the throttle? Is that...
The throttle is on your nav ball.
Got it.
On the right-hand side, where it says G... No, sorry, left-hand side.
Left-hand side.
Throttle.
Yep. I immediately went to the left, even though you did say right. Okay. I am ready to go, but you said, and I remembered to wait this time, that I should take measurements here.
Yes.
So, if I right-click on the barometer, I can log the pressure data from the launch pad and the temperature data from the launch pad. And I have 3 more of each to fuck around with later.
And don't forget, Jebediah Kerman can do a crew report.
Can he? By doing EVA?
Both, I believe.
Okay, if I
So
right
do
click
it from
on crew-
inside.
Okay.
Right click on your pod.
Got it.
Do a crew report.
Got it. And then EVA.
And then EVA.
Right
Make
click
sure
on
you
him.
take the data out of the pod and then go back in so you can collect another crew report later.
Okay, so wait. First, get the EVA report from him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then right-click on the crew hatch and do take data.
Mm-hmm.
Then B to board.
Exactly.
Okay, I've done all the little nerdy what's-its to get this shit working. I'm ready to launch.
You are ready to launch.
And I need to make sure that I float out over water, level out a bit. Well, actually, no. I think I want to go as far as I can. Is there a fuel thing that tells me how much fuel I have left?
I believe that thing on the left-hand side will tell you how much fuel there is in it.
Okay.
The staging column.
One of these things here at the bottom, probably.
Yes. So after you use it, also in the upper right, there is one of those gray buttons is the resources, and if you click on it, I believe it's the second one down. If you click on it, it'll also show you your resource gauges.
Okay.
And yeah, clicking on it will keep it up.
Monopropellant. Here we go. So liquid fuel.
Okay, so if you hit space right now, you have 0 throttle, so you won't go anywhere. So you can throttle all the way up and then hit space, or you can space and then throttle up, whatever you...
Oh, okay. All right, so I want to go all the way to 100 throttle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to hit space. I'm going to do it.
Yes.
Here we go. Hold on. I'm reading chat now. You don't have fuel. You have movement. Physics is weird like that. Float out over water and drop in the ocean like real space rockets do. If you expended all your fuel in an instant while moving at 0 meters per second, you would suddenly be moving at exactly 133 meters per second. Yikes. Launch! Alright. Hitting D. Oh, I hit too much D.
Hit that D.
I should have waited to hit the D. I want to go higher. I want to go higher. Okay.
You're doing fine.
Oh boy, it's really spinning. It likes to, because I don't want to be burning fuel and pointing to the ground. I'd rather be pointing in the sky.
Yep.
Okay, now I would like to take readings when I get. Oh fuck. Oh god.
Just get stable.
Oh my god, it's so hard to keep stable. I'm out of fuel. I'm out of fuel.
Space once,
Yep.
and it will decouple.
I've decoupled. Holy shit, it's spinning like crazy. Okay. All right. No, stop it.
And then go ahead and space again because you're ready for the shoot.
I'm ready for parachute. It's already deploying. Let's try to get some readings. Log pressure data. Keep. Come on, fucking temperature data. Log temperature data. Keep.
Press the T button.
T. What? Oh, did that just like stop me from rotating and shit?
Yeah, that's your stability system.
Stability assist. Oh my god. See, that would have been fucking useful to know a while ago. Look at that.
And then I think you already got the crew report from the air, so I don't really need that.
Yep. Okay, we are now descending. I have 2 additional, whatever these things are fucking called, barometers and thermometers.
Yep. And then you can collect that from the water.
Okay. Well, I have 2, so do I use one now and then one when I hit the water?
You've already taken temperature from the air, right?
Yes, and from the launch pad.
Yeah.
So I have 2 available.
Right, but you only really need one more.
Okay.
For the water.
Gotcha. So anywhere I am in the air gives me basically the same data.
Because I think there's low atmosphere and high atmosphere. I can't remember.
Yeah, solid-eyed, I noticed that.
Hey, there's a lot going on in this game.
It's a lot. It's a lot to learn.
Also, you can fast forward.
Right.
Or we'll be staring at this for a while.
Using physics warp can affect the structural stability of the vessel? What?
Right. So it is warning you, if you mash it into 4x and then hit the water, sometimes you might break something.
Wow.
So when you get back down to 50 meters or so, I always take it back out down to 1 or 2x.
Okay. I'm 5 meters. No, I'm sorry. That's per second. How do
20.
I... There we go, 5 meters.
19,
All right.
10.
We did it.
There we go.
We are landed. Now we want to find the unused thermometer, log the temperature,
Right.
and the unused barometer. That's on this side. I'll log the pressure data. Keep experiment. And then we want Jebediah to Eva? Or
You've already got crew reports.
already done all of that.
We did it last time. I think what we're doing is collecting new science with our new instruments.
New instruments. So old stuff is useless. We don't need Jebediah to get out, walk around, and smell the water because he's already done it.
Right.
Now,
Well, most science collections are 100%. If you collect it once, you get 100% of the data that's available in that area.
Gotcha.
Sometimes with the other science instruments like the goo container and some of the other things, you'll collect 70% or 80% the first time, and then the second time you'll collect like 70% of what the 30% that's left. But if it's a crew report, it's 100%. You've already gotten all the science you can get.
I was to understand there'd be no math.
I'm just using numbers as examples.
Gotcha.
So the crew report, you've already collected 100% of the data. Things like goo containers, you've collected most of the data, and you could run it again to get a little bit more data.
How do I know?
It'll tell you. So if you say review data.
Okay. Recovery, transmit, data size.
So you can see that that green bar is full.
Gotcha.
Where it says 4.8 science.
Yep.
That basically tells you you're getting all of the data that's available.
As long as I
And you can
recover the
see
vessel.
that if you transmitted it right now, you would only get 70% of the data.
Right. I see. Okay. So now I want to recover my vessel, right?
Yeah, and then you go to R&D and we can look.
And buy some more fucking science bits. Okay. We got a lot of science. EVA report, crew report, temperature scan, atmosphere pressure scan, atmosphere pressure scan from the water, temperature scan from the water, all that shit from the launch pad, recovery of the vessel. Oh goodness. Okay, back to R&D. Now, we don't have enough for the basic science. It costs 45. Same for flight control, which is basically better winglets and a small inline reaction panel. But we could get better rocketry or better stability. Which one should I go for?
We can get both of those.
We can do both, 20 and 18. Okay. Researching both. And
Yeah, that's what I would suggest.
That dumps out our science. So,
But what you got there was you got like a bigger
fuel tank, thumper solid fuel booster, reliant liquid fuel engine, and more importantly, we now have the radial decouplers.
Yes.
And
And now we can make your dick rocket.
Make big dick rockets. Okay. So
Go make some big dick.
let's go make a big dick. So let's take the vessel that we have now, the basic being number 1, and we want to add radial decouplers.
No. Let me make a suggestion.
Sure.
Put on an inline at the bottom of the rocket.
I'm finding
It's right there.
where.
It's the
Oh,
round one.
it's the decoupler. This one, the TD12.
Yeah, I call it an inline, but what is it called? The TD12 decoupler.
Yeah. Let me pull the engine off. Put that at the bottom of my fuel.
No. Put it on the bottom of the engine.
What? Okay, hold on. Let me find the engine again. Back to the swivel. Excuse me. Yes, there we go. Okay, where's that radial decoupler? Oh, it surrounds it in a little thingy. Okay, I see that.
Yeah, you've created an interstage. And now you can put you can put a solid fuel motor on the bottom of that, or you can put
Okay.
more liquid tanks and another liquid fuel rocket.
Well, let's just put a giant fucking thumper on that.
Yes, that's what I was going to suggest.
Okay, let me see if I can do that. It's being kind of a bitch. There we go. Okay,
Yeah, camera angle and placement is pretty important in the
Okay.
VAB.
so now we have
Perfect.
a 5-stage rocket. The first is the massive thumper.
Well, here's what I would do. So look at your staging, and what do you want to happen? Right now, you have 5 stages. So when you hit space, it's going to light that engine. You hit space again, it's going to decouple. But then you have to hit space again just to light the engine.
Right. We
But
want to
what you
merge
really want to do,
those together.
yes, exactly.
So that it
So you already-
decouples and then immediately lights the engine. So I'm not wasting any time or any
Yep, exactly.
inertia. I'm immediately moving to my second stage fuel.
Yeah, that's great. You already have what I was about to put down.
Gotcha. Okay. So one button and it will drop that empty fuel tank there once it's empty, and then launch the next fuel tank.
Yeah, it lights the engine on at the same time.
And that's where I want to start angling. I don't want to angle at all until that first rocket has fallen away.
Yeah. So this one, you've got a lot more power going on. You're going to be burning for a lot longer. You can go up further before you start going sideways. But ultimately to get into orbit, you have to do a lot more sideways than you really do need to go up. The only reason we're going up is to get out of the air.
Okay.
Now, where do you put the testicles?
Well, you put them on the side of this massive rocket.
Put some balls on that fucker.
Put some balls on that. Now, you want those radial decouplers. And you want to make sure that you're putting 2 on so that everything's even. So you want to hit X once.
Yep.
Okay, and then we could see on both sides. Then we want to do either another solid
But
thumper.
balls don't go up there. Balls go down at the bottom.
They do go lower, yeah. That is a thing. Okay, there we go. So,
Although if you're going to put something, so if you want to put one of those tall solid rocket boosters, then if you put the side decoupler in the middle, then because those are going to attach to the middle. If that makes sense.
you want them all to kind of
Because you can't.
the same, right? Height?
I mean,
wise,
yeah,
or-
if you line them up.
I mean, is that kind of shitty? Oh, look at that. I can take the whole thing. Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, kind of. That shouldn't be too bad.
Okay. So this is a lot of
be-
power.
Yeah. Now, so again, it's because you've added new parts. Check your staging.
Yep. We want
So First, you're going to be lighting the 2 side ones.
Okay, then when we hit space again, both decouplers are going to activate at the same time, and the second stage rocket's going to launch.
Right.
Then when we hit space again, once that one's out of fuel, we are now launching just this part, decoupling it and launching the fuel rocket. And that's where we start angling. And then once more, and we've only got the pod.
Right.
Okay, so...
now, let's think about aerodynamics. You should have a nose cone to put on those side boosters. Yeah, James has got it.
Right.
Cones on the boosters.
James here, B. Franks, cones on the boosters. Where are they? Let me.
Aerodynamics.
Aerodynamics.
Or the fins.
Okay, we want to put nose cones on the boosters so that they aren't encountering quite as much wind resistance. Okay.
And then you might want to put fins on it. Just because with all this weight, you want to keep it going forward.
Okay, so the fins go on the fuel. The fuel tanks or down?
Well, the thing is, because think about an arrow or a dart.
Right.
You don't put fins on the front of the arrow. You always put fins on the back of the arrow.
Now, do you want them?
And that makes it.
Just 2 of them, or do you need more?
I would put 4 on the center.
Okay. So once the side rockets fall off.
Yeah, you want to keep those fins.
All right.
Then you can sort of put them at a 45 degree to those side ones.
Okay, that put 3 on. So if I hit X again, and I want to put them there so that they're not sticking in anything. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little bit wonky, but let's go with it.
I mean, wonky is kind of how we do things here at DoctrZombie Corp.
Exactly.
Fuck it, it's fine. All right.
That's looking pretty great. We could probably try to figure out how to put the goo containers in there too.
All right, goo containers, because if we get high enough, if we get into the atmosphere,
right,
it's definitely worth doing some goo collecting.
Yeah, get into a new regime. We can collect some new science.
We want 2 goo containers, and we want.
You can hit shift. Shift will go backwards if you hold shift and hit those. X.
Okay.
X?
Yeah, gotcha.
It'll help you get back.
Okay, we want to make sure that we don't put the goo container where the door is, so we can put it here. Maybe move this up a bit. All right, fine. What do you think?
Okay.
Are we ready to go?
I can't immediately think. Oh, go down in your lower right. That one of those things, the gear with the
Engineer's
wrench
report?
in it
Yep.
is telling you something.
The mass is very heavy,
Yeah, so we put too much on it.
so I
might
need.
might have to go without the side boosters.
Okay, that's fine. We could take the side boosters off for now. See what we get with just the regular
We'll just have
booster, or do smaller side boosters. But I feel like
Yeah, go with the smaller, the flea or whatever.
the hammer here.
The flea or the middle one. Yeah, the hammer. Maybe that'll come in underweight.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can.
Those can be really finicky. What I like to do with those things is face the camera straight onto those,
Okay.
and then kind of line it up, because it's really easy to place those wonky.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you got it.
No, they are a bit higher than the base of the rocket, but I guess that's fine.
It's still too heavy.
Is it still too heavy?
Yeah, check it.
All right. Take them off. Take the decouplers off.
It's just too heavy.
Just leave it.
That's
Or we could do fleas, but I don't think it's even worth it.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's give it a
do
shot.
you want it dick shaped?
It's fine. It kind of looks like a penis to begin with, but that's all right. Yep. Okay. Let's do the flea.
I mean, we have to give them what they want.
The investors need penises in space. I mean, that's
Not that. That's a fuel tank.
Oh, fuck, is it? No, I fucked up. I fucked up big time. All right, hold on. Yeah, I need the fuel tank with the booster already attached. There we go. A sweet pair of balls. Wait, we need to make them aerodynamic. Hold on. Don't forget.
Hey, you know, size doesn't
You
matter.
gotta wrap your balls, people. All right.
Protect your balls.
All right. It's no longer too heavy.
Now, check your staging.
Staging did get fucked up. We want to combine those two together. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready to go to space.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Go big or go home. It's
I
only
think we've gotten everything from the launch pad, so we should just get up and go.
leave and upgrade the launch pad. It's only 75K.
We'll do that after this.
We'll do that after this.
So, T for stability. That'll help you keep it straight.
Chop says 2 goo containers on the phallic space object. Why not? All right, so I can hit T already.
Yes.
And then if I hit space, it's not going to fuck up. It's just going to go straight up.
Yeah, your staging is correct.
Oh, wait.
That's good.
My throttle is down. I need to throttle up. Are we ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
I
Two
hope those things have enough lifting power.
Base. I am
Oh,
moving
they
up.
do.
I'm going
Nice.
up barely.
Those aren't going to last very long.
And they're off, and I've hit the button. We're on to the second stage rocket.
Stage. Perfect.
Okay.
And you're still going up.
I'm still going up.
Nice.
When that thing runs out of fuel, we're going to start turning toward the ocean.
good.
I am watching our solid fuel. We are now at 320.
If I were you, I would continue going straight up because there are no fins on that upper
right.
stage.
Gotcha. Okay, we're at 100. And 10, 0. We're launching. We're glowing red. It's very hot.
There we go.
We're still going up. We're in the atmosphere. Should I be taking
You
readings?
can throttle down. If you think you're going too fast, you can throttle down.
No, it's fine. Should I be taking readings in this level of the atmosphere, or does it not matter?
Yes.
Okay. Pressure data. Toggled. Temperature. Toggled. Goo tank. Observed. It's very... Okay, we're actually way too high now, and we're out of fuel. I'm dropping that final
You
piece.
are going to space. You are going to space.
We're in space. We're still going.
Mm-hmm.
We're up in the... We're at almost 100,000 meters. We made it.
You are in space.
We're in space. We did it.
Well, space started at 70,000 meters.
Oh,
or
we've been in
70
space for a
kilometers.
while. And we're not going to come back down. We're going to go this way forever, right? We fucked up?
No, you'll come back down.
Oh, okay.
That was not enough energy to leave Kerbal.
Especially since we did not create an orbit at all. We literally...
No.
are
No,
gonna-
James, this will not be an orbit.
Yeah,
This
we're
will
gonna
be
fall straight back
up,
down.
Straight down.
All right. We are at 160,000 meters and still climbing.
So now you're in space, so you should use the...
I
you
should
collect all the data,
collect all the data.
because all of this is new.
Mystery goo data. While in space, seems to have clumped into a sphere and become brittle. Let me look at this. Hold on. Review the data. Upper atmosphere. Okay, so we did get that. Okay, good.
Okay.
We
So
got
yeah,
it.
upper is new.
We did get that just before. Logging the temperature in space. It's probably fucking cold.
It could be really cold or it could be really hot.
And then we've got pressure data. It's as if it were in a vacuum. We're still going, and my vert speed is not dropping.
Yeah, you put a lot of momentum straight up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well. We are slowing down, though, I think. I see.
Hit M. M for map.
Oh, look at that. You can see where we're going and where we're coming back. We're going to land in the water. That's good. We may explode.
Not exactly, because what's going to happen is Kerbin is going to spin,
Oh.
and so land might spin underneath you. And yeah, you can speed it up, hit greater than a few times. But not too much, because you don't want to go zoom, zoom, and then you're back in the atmosphere.
We are up in orbit. We're almost to the very tippy top of our orbit.
What's your altitude? Because deep space starts at like 300.
Hold on. How do I find out? I'm too far away.
Hit M again.
M again. Right. That's right. I'm at 600,000.
Yeah. So you're in far space, so you can collect a whole other suite of data.
I can log temperature in space high over Kerbal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then log pressure data. I should have brought more goo. Would have been hard to get it on the vessel, though. Okay, we've logged a bunch of science.
Don't forget crew report.
Right. I forgot about that.
So get a crew report while you're in high space.
Yep. And then I should get one when I'm coming back down.
You will not be able to EVA.
No, because I'm flying too fast.
You'll just have to get that one on the next pass.
Look, it's Kerbal. It's round and not flat. Sorry, Dirty D. I had to. Let's go back to M. We're almost at the peak. Let's speed it up a bit. Now, do we care about the peak at all? It's just going to be...
No, because you're in upper space.
All right, we are now falling back to Kerbal. Here we go. And you're right, the planet is moving. Fortunately...
Are you going to go back to that side, huh?
Yeah, apparently. I may wind up...
Either way, we'll be fine. Here's my one worry, though.
Okay.
You're going straight into the atmosphere so fucking fast.
Oh, so fast.
That you're going to burn up.
Yeah. I'm going to lose this person.
Jebediah might
He's gonna die. He's gonna fucking die.
But what's probably going to happen is you're probably going to lose those side goo containers.
Oh shit!
In the heat.
And all the reports. Do I need to I can't transmit.
There's nothing you can do. Just whatever happens.
It's getting orange. It's getting red. It's bursting into flame. He's oh god! Everything's on fire. Oh, we lost Jebediah. Oh, he's still alive. Nope, there it goes. He blew up.
No, look at that G meter.
Rip in peace. Rip in peace.
Okay, so we've learned something.
We learned something today. Angle yourself a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I should have done that a little more. That's computer game 30D.
Okay, so we didn't go sideways. And the reason we didn't go sideways is because we were going so fast up that we just... If we had tried to turn, we would have probably made it unstable and flipped end over end or something.
Okay.
So one really hard part of this game is keeping control going into space and kind of following the right line, not going too fast, not going too slow, that kind of thing.
Outcome was catastrophic failure.
Do you want to just revert to launch and try again, or do you want to redesign?
Let's revert to launch.
Because I think we can do this.
Let me take a 5-minute break to pee and let the dogs go out to pee. And then we'll try to see if we can save this rocket.
Sounds good.
All right, I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm going to put up the intermission screen and play some music. I'll be right back, everybody.
No, the SRBs don't have gimbaling. One thing we might do is go back to the VAB and turn down... What you can do is you can turn down the throttle on the SRBs before you leave the... so instead of them firing at 100%, you can tell them to fire at 50% or 75% or 20%, whatever you need. But then that's what they output during flight, and you can't change it after that. But once it gets to the liquid fuel stage, then we could, not go at 100% throttle. We can go at 20% throttle or something.
All personnel, please evacuate to the nearest lab and report to your supervisor.
Also gonna go get a drink. Be right back.
All personnel, please evacuate to the nearest lab and report to your supervisor.
Yes, Warlord, we're still going. You're just taking a break to let the dogs out. Boots and pants and
Boots and pants and boots and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and. All right, we're back. All right, there we go. Hold on, Santa hat required. Why is it wet? What did I? What? How? What? I don't even want to know. Hello. Oh, damn it. My water's empty. All right, I'll be back in like 30 seconds. This one won't even be long enough to put on boots and pants. Okay. Let's see if we can fix this fucking rocket, and then that may be all the time we have, or maybe we'll have time for one more. We'll see. But let's give it a shot here. Okay. Back to the Kerbals. All right. Are you there, Dusty?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to hit T. I'm going to get ready to launch the rocket, and this time when we get to that last fuel tank rocket launch, I'm going to tilt it a little bit.
Your game's not on screen.
It's still not on screen. What the fuck? Let's see if I can figure out why. What the fuck? It was working literally earlier, and now... Okay. I guess I'll just add a new... Fucking... I've zoomed all the way out by scrolling down on my... fucking... Alright, Kerbal. Lame! Alright, let's, Oh, that's actually useless. What did I just do? Remove this. Take an existing one and duplicate it. Call it
The blackness is all encompassing.
so much black, just like the space. Remove Space Haven. Add Kerbal. Game capture, new source. Add a source. It automatically found it. What a dick. And then put it on the bottom. Oh, did I just add it to the webcam group? I did. My bad. Oh my god, what are you doing? Oh no. There we go. Fuck, come on, you shitlord.
Welcome to today's stream where Doc is wrestling with
OBS again. Every stream. It's all the streams. That's half the reason people show up. Okay. There we go. Better. I can see myself. I can see the thing. Water hitting Doc hard tonight. It's the cold. This fucking... I'm on everything. Man, so to begin with, I take like 7 or 8 pills a night just to maintain whatever qualifies as a body. I mean, I'm on like fucking vitamin D and Metamucil and goddamn everything else. And then I've got a cold, so it's like I've got Mucinex, I've got cough drops, I've got a steroid, I've got a penicillin, antibiotic, that's what it's called. Fucking, so I'm swallowing pills like they're fucking mini muffins. Gotta maintain the meat mech.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready to launch this penis?
Yes.
Here we
So
go.
I think
Yep.
2 things we'll do differently.
Yes.
Is solid rocket boosters. We can't control them. They're just on or off.
Yep.
And that's fine. But when we're done with the solid rocket boosters, we don't have to throttle. Let's not throttle up the fuel all the way.
Okay.
We'll use a little bit of throttle because we're going way too fast.
Okay.
And then we'll put less of that energy up and try to put more of that energy sideways.
So if I put my throttle in the middle, the rocket
Right.
boosters will force all their fuel out anyway. That's not going to affect them at all.
The solid rocket boosters have the throttle has no effect on them.
Gotcha. So then we'll burn through our fuel slower, and we can tilt a little bit after the fuel is like halfway gone.
Yeah, we're just going way too fast.
And that's the liquid fuel tanks. So when that hits 90, I'm going to start turning.
You can turn sideways. You can start angling a little bit.
Okay.
It's nice and gradually.
Okay.
Let's get rid of those side boosters, and then a little ways into the main solid booster.
Okay.
Let's start slowly angling to the right.
All right, we're taking off. The side boosters are almost empty, and they're off. Solid fuel from the main booster. Now, halfway through, you said I should maybe start tilting a little bit toward the water with D.
I would do a little bit now.
A little bit
Just
now?
hit the D button a little. Just slight taps on the D button to just get you in that direction.
Boy, I tapped it a couple times, and I don't think it made a fucking difference at all.
Oh, it's because just hold it. Try holding it.
Holding it down.
Because all you're using is the little. Yeah.
It's
Unfortunately,
not,
we have very little control
very little
because
control.
those fins are not actuated.
Yeah,
The rocket nozzle that we're using is not gimbaled.
gotcha.
The only control we have is the tiny little
Okay.
reaction wheels in the pod.
Well, when this solid fuel thing is now done, we can now tilt a little bit.
Yeah. Stop holding the D button. By the way.
Oh, I'm not
There you
holding
go.
it. Yep, nope, I just tapped it a couple times.
Just don't deviate it too far from the direction you're going.
We're
And if you
going-
look at your nav ball while you're doing this, if you look at your nav ball, that wing-looking thing
Yep.
is where you're pointed.
Yep.
That circle with the fins on it is
Yep.
where you're actually going.
Okay, so I am now starting to angle.
Yeah. So you can sort of keep a bit of a distance, keep a deviation from where you're headed, and you'll continue to turn in that direction. So just kind of keep guiding that that circle with the fins on it over to the side.
Okay.
And you're actually in space, so you don't have to worry about the atmosphere now. You can actually heel all the way over towards the horizon. Yeah. Yeah, keep going. Oh, that's all our fuel.
All right.
So you can check M for map.
Look at that.
See
It's
what our-
floating away because we're in space. Now, I need to... Oh, fuck. I should have been recording these logs because we didn't actually get them.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Just get the lower space.
Okay, let me get the observed mystery goo, the temperature... Oh, sorry. The temperature and the barometer from lower space.
Yeah, we're low. We could have definitely done more angle, but Doc is on the learning curve. He's learning how this works.
Yep. Yeah, we didn't angle very much.
This game is all about failing a lot until you figure out how not to fail.
Yeah, I think
In my experience,
Maybe-
and I think that's the perfect way to do it.
maybe that big rocket booster is too much.
I think it is. And what you can do is you cannot control the throttle of it, but what you can do in the vehicle assembly building is set it for less output.
Oh.
So if it's too powerful, you can set it, instead of 100%, set it to 70%, right? So it burns a little bit longer with less power.
Gotcha.
And then if we had controllable fins, that would have allowed us to control the thing.
Yeah.
Hit M. Let's see what our arc looks like.
Okay.
So that's better. It's still getting pretty high up, and I'm not exactly sure we're going to survive that re-entry.
It doesn't look good.
Do you remember the altitude you hit before?
It was like 600,000
Yeah.
at least. We're at 420. It may have been even more than that, honestly.
Smoke it up. Yeah, so we're still going pretty high. Maybe it'll just give us enough sideways to be able to survive. But
I don't think so. I think I'm going to crash and burn again. I'm very optimistic about that.
very optimistically pessimistic.
Optimistic that I'm going to explode, for sure. All right. We are now... Is 420 deep space? 448?
300.
Okay, so we're in deep space now, so I should collect the other, just in case we do survive, the other mystery goo.
Yeah, Kugat, we will...
And the
I mean, this thing
temperature.
practically orients itself
And the barometer.
ass backwards.
Okay, I have collected all the data that I can. And let's speed it up again. 50 times. We are now at the maximum, and where we are at the very tip, or very close to it, we're heading back now, is 525. And now we're going to explode.
And here comes our death dive.
Oh, wait a minute. I hit the wrong button. Okay. Now I'm going to hit space to arm the parachute.
Yeah, I think Warlord, you're correct. He's most likely toast.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to burn up very soon. Okay, we are now re-entering the atmosphere at... Oh, okay, yep. At 3 times the speed. It's now igniting. It's exploding. I burst into flames.
You want to reorient to undo T. There you go.
Oh, undo T? Wait a minute.
Are you surviving?
I think we might be okay.
Yes.
All of our
It should be
data
coming
exploded.
Yeah, you lost all the data, but I mean, you did get a crew report.
Well, look at that. Jebediah survives.
Holy shit.
Or I may redo it again.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I would take what you get.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Right. He got lucky. The heat shielding just barely managed to survive.
And you can undo the SAS. It has a T button.
Okay.
It actually, this capsule is really good at orienting itself.
Gotcha.
And that's you were running into problems at first because you were holding a bad attitude.
Altitude?
So you're going in sideways.
Gotcha. $380. $200. $100. Slowing down this physics speed. And sploosh in the water. All right, recover vessel.
Nice.
We all only got 1 crew report. All the science was lost.
Yeah. That was just that shitty reentry.
But we did get 13 science for it after suborbital flight.
Nice. That's not enough to unlock anything, but we can just go and do another mission.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if I go to R&D, all that level stuff costs 45. So
Right.
yeah, we don't have enough. But we can go back to the building here and try to fix what we've got.
But that, but yeah, that rocket has the potential to collect all that science.
Okay. So should we
So
make
if-
any changes?
Yeah. So if you right click on the main booster,
The big guy here.
yeah, the solid right click, and you can change the
Thrust limiter down
Thrust
to like
limiter.
70%.
60 or 70.
69, obviously.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, and then that's the only change we're going to make?
Yeah, because the side boosters are so short.
They're so
They
short.
give you
yeah.
a nice punch.
Yep.
Yeah.
We really just need to get angled more and try to record
Yes.
stuff as we enter the lower atmosphere. All right, here we go.
So give that a try.
Back to the launch pad.
The only bad thing that'll happen is that maybe 69 might not be enough thrust, but we're about to find out.
There's always enough thrust in 69. All right.
Exactly. It's the best kind of thrust.
Oh, God.
I hit T, perfect.
Hit the T. Hit the space. We're going up. Detaching the side boosters. I see this as an absolute win.
Nice. That's good. That's a good amount of thrust.
Any mission the Kerbal walks away from is a win. Okay. We are burning up the solid fuel. I'm going to hold down D. I don't think it makes a damn difference, though. I don't think it's...
It'll give you a slight force.
Okay. Jebediah is fucking loving it. He's had this huge grin on his face. All right, we're halfway done with the solid fuel.
Yeah, Warlord, the problem is we can't get any angle with the solid booster going.
Yep. It's only after we detach it that we can angle, and we're going to try to carefully tilt in that direction so we don't tear up. Okay, we are ready to detach now. Okay, very slight. Not that much, not that much, not that much. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know what happened, but it did not start firing the booster.
Throttle up.
Hold on, the booster didn't go.
Hold the shift. Hold the... Oh.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
not.
you had the... You had the throttle at 0.
That's what it was. Okay, hold on.
I've done that a lot of times.
Can I revert that? Yeah, revert to launch.
Yeah, you can just revert it
Yeah,
right now.
let's just because
that
that
again.
I fucked up. Yep. Okay. So I can throttle up now. Hit the space bar. Do all this shit early. Now another thing I could do, if we're worried about how fast I'm going up, but let's not. I could always drop that booster early.
But it would still be on, and it would still be pushing up your ass, is the problem.
Oh, even though I detach it, it's still pushing me. Got it.
Now, you could get away from it if your liquid rocket had more thrust than the solid rocket, then you'd be able to push away from it. But otherwise, yeah, it would. It still goes. It doesn't turn off.
I feel like something
your angle
happened
is
here, and
bad.
my angle is bad. Yeah, why did that happen?
I don't know. It's just kind of randomness.
Oh, because I didn't hit T?
That is why.
That is why. Okay, well, maybe I should angle in that direction instead? Since
That's just as well.
the
We'll
ship
be
is-
suborbital.
Yeah, I was going to say, the ship is moving in that direction already, so...
Yeah, use it.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter.
Use
with
it to
this
my
kind of
advantage. Fuck it.
trajectory.
Yeah. I mean, this might actually help me. Okay. And we are launched. Let's try to keep... Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's looking good.
I don't know why it's up in the air like that. I don't know why the orange line is up above
Flatten
yellow.
it. Flatten it some more towards the horizon.
Okay. Fuel's halfway gone.
Yeah, because you're definitely going to pop out into space, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go as flat as I can go then.
Because your trajectory is.
I
still
forgot
going
to
up by
fucking
5
take
degrees.
the fucking readings.
Don't worry about it. Let's worry about space. Let's get up into space and we'll get those.
I'm doing it. It's fine. Okay, I got some low-level temperature data. All right, we are off.
Nice. And now you're in space.
Okay, we are in space. I want to take some goo data.
And that's a nice flatter trajectory. Oh,
Yep.
Okay, so we are going to have a problem. You are still going to lose instruments because those goo containers,
Yeah.
we should move them up to the top so that they're out of the heat flowing past it when re-entry. So
Oh,
we're
okay.
probably going to lose the goo containers.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so looking at our trajectory here.
Crew report?
Oh, right. Creature report. Creature.
My mind was
report.
going there too.
Every
I
time.
also have children.
I also have witnessed this. All right, I'm hitting the
It looks
space
like I already
bar
got that.
so that I will inform the parachute to launch when it does. We are still going up and will for a little bit.
That if you review your crew report, it looked like it was 0 data, so it looks like you already got that one.
Oh. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I fucked up. Yeah, because Jebediah survived and we did make space before.
Right. And we're not going into deep space.
So I
like
should
we did
probably
before.
get a new report from him when we're in like the upper atmosphere.
Yes, that is a good idea.
Gotcha.
Also, undo the SAS because you want to go in ass backwards, or just point your ass towards where you're going.
Okay.
Yeah,
That way I will be slowing down faster.
exactly. Well, it's that's where your heat shield is,
Gotcha. Okay.
and that'll protect it'll protect your Kerbal, and it'll also protect the stuff that's on the side
Okay.
a bit more.
All right. Let's speed it up a bit.
Now, Warlord, are you talking about spinning end over end or rotating it along its vertical axis?
Okay. We are at 93,000 kilometers.
The best way to make sure that your ass stays forward is to just undo your SAS.
Or 93,000 meters.
Because this one is very stable.
Okay, so just hit T?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you hit the atmosphere, it'll basically right itself.
It'll right itself. Okay. We're at 76,000. $67. We are coming down. We're in like the outer black region.
If you do a crew report now, you're in the atmosphere, in the upper atmosphere.
Yep.
If you don't already.
4.5 science. Okay.
Cool.
Let's do the goo here. All right, we are now getting hot.
You're already hot, Doc.
Yep. Now, am I supposed to Q or E to spin?
That's a warlord thing. Me, I wouldn't. I would just take the punishment right now.
All right, the goo exploded. Looks like the rest of the science is going to go too. Yep. Pop, pop. Some of it's surviving. Hey, it's cooling off.
Nice.
Okay, so some
I tend to try to put the stuff up towards the top.
it seems to be.
They seem to survive better.
Yeah, the thermometers all broke.
Right. Because they were further below, I guess. Closer to the heat. Yeah, these you've already got before already.
Yeah. So I will get new one from the upper atmosphere,
There you go.
and I will get new from space. So I did get some additional science from the barometers, but the thermometers exploded, and the goo exploded, and they need to maybe be higher up on the doodad. And also, a little bit less re-entry temperature would be helpful. But I'm going to go to bed after this. It is 10:36. I'm exhausted and sick and everything else. Am I still at higher rate of speed? No, actually, that was at regular speed. So I can time warp a bit now that what's it called? The parachute has deployed.
Yeah.
220, 180, 120, 100. Let's slow down. 50, 30, 10, and poof. Plus, I think I may have gotten the crew report from a good time as well. Okay. Recover vessel.
Nice.
Placing a heat shield under the pod will help protect the instruments behind. It's a quirk of how Kerbal does heat detection. GG dude, you will figure out this game. Hold Q, or the deck says. Okay. I'll try it next time. Okay. We did get some science. We have 52 science now.
Nice. That's enough for one more upgrade.
That is enough for an upgrade. So if I go in there, we've got advanced rocketry, general construction, aviation, flight control, and basic science.
You gonna pick one or wait until next time?
Let's pick one.
Well, so this one's got the battery and the Science Junior. Science Junior is nice for more science. That's there's a pod there for storing science, so you can transfer science into that. But then with that, you need to sort of come up with ways to protect it and make sure that you re-enter the atmosphere with it.
There's radiator panels here.
Radiator panels, I don't think we need to roll cooling stuff.
Help dissipate heat
Yeah.
into space.
Right. Because there is some heat management, but you usually don't have to worry about that till later.
Okay.
Antenna for transmitting stuff back, higher gain. What about the other? There's the probe. So there's your first unmanned probe thing.
Right.
That's Sputnik thing.
So that would be something I wanted to launch as hard as I can into space. And then,
Yeah, you could do some like unmanned probes because it's a hell of a lot lighter, so it's easier to get it further.
and then I don't have to worry about it getting back home.
Right, and you could transmit stuff back.
Yep.
Personally, I don't do a lot of unmanned probes because it's so easy to send probes everywhere. What about the other packages?
So we got flight control, winglets,
So those are controllable.
movable pivots.
So
Yep, allows us
unlike
to,
those other ones, you can actually control it on the way up.
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice.
This one has a small control surface area, lightweight, more lift. Inline reaction wheel. Spinning discs.
That gives you more force to turn to turn it with reaction wheels.
Okay.
Oh, it also got
Aviation has a fuck ton of wings. Oh my god.
that would get you down the path towards making planes.
Tail connectors, circular intakes, wing connectors, jet
But
engines. Oh my
I
god.
really don't personally. I know a lot of people do and make space planes and aircraft and stuff. I personally almost exclusively do rockets in this game.
It
But
seems
those wheels do come in handy.
real fucking complicated. Then we've got the general construction, crew cabins, strut connectors, decoupler, better decoupler.
Strut connectors are really important at some point.
Structural fuselage. Okay. A flag. Stability enhancer. Pre-launch phase.
Yeah, those are nice for the much bigger rockets, so you're not just sitting on an engine on
Right.
the launch pad.
And that gives you better stuff. And then we've got a Rocco Max brand adapter.
Yeah, and that'll adapt from like a smaller piece of rocket to a bigger piece of rocket.
Gotcha.
And then what's the top one?
Advanced rocketry. So we've got the Terrier liquid fuel engine, the Thud liquid fuel engine, a fuel tank, a Starshot 32, a firework
That is
launcher.
new.
If this one goes
The
off
hell
at the
is
wrong
that?
time, you may be looking for more than just a refund. Firework canisters. And then a
A large firework launcher.
Starshot 8. I
I
don't
have no idea what those are.
I have no
Um,
idea.
So the biggest thing in that one is the motor. So that's a vacuum engine. That's the kind of thing you would use if you want to go to the moon.
The Thud liquid fuel engine?
Yeah, or in orbit, because it's very, sorry, no, the first one.
Oh, okay.
It's very efficient. So it sips fuel and it gives you a lot more power in space.
Final
In fact.
stage
So if you look at the
or
numbers,
land
if you look at the two thrust numbers, the ASL is really bad at 14.
Yeah,
But the vacuum is really good at 60.
gotcha. So it's
tells you that's a
terrible on
vacuum
Kerbin,
engine.
but really good
Yeah.
in space.
You would not use this one in the atmosphere at all.
Warlord Nick says it's new but has no real use, the firework things. Okay, so what should I pick? I think either,
I think it's between the top one or the bottom one.
yeah.
Unless you really want to do airplanes.
Flight
do that
control might be more useful to making sure I get back in to the planet at a better angle as well. But I think probably getting the satellite, the Sputnik, or the Stay Putnik. What is the battery pack for?
Well, a lot of stuff you will do uses energy. And the reason you haven't worried about before is that the pod has a little bit of a battery in it. But once you do a lot of other things and stay in orbit for a while, you don't want to run out of juice. So you want a battery, you want solar panels, and that kind of thing. So that's starting your path onto worrying about those kind of things. But it does come with a Science Junior. It comes with the Science Storage Unit.
The experimental storage unit here says that it helps Kerbonauts bring their valuable science back to Kerbin while avoiding the hazards of re-entry.
Right. So what you can do is, you know how all those temperature probes broke off during re-entry? You can transfer the science from those temperature probes into this thing. So even if those things break off in re-entry,
I still get
you
the
still
science.
keep your science.
That seems like the most important thing right now.
Yeah. But then you need some place to put this thing so it doesn't burn up in re-entry.
Well, maybe these radiator panels?
No, that's
dissipate
not
heat?
for re-entry. That's
Oh,
for
I see.
dissipating heat. And I think I've never actually tried using them to dissipate heat or re-entry. I just my gut says that that's not going to work.
Well, I have no idea.
So if it was me, I would go with this one.
Yeah, I think I am going to do that as well. All right, that's what I've researched. Next is electronics, miniaturization, and space exploration. But for now, I'm going to...
Can I? Do you have a couple more minutes?
Sure.
So here, you can don't leave this. Don't leave this.
I'm here. It's fine.
Here you can upgrade. You can upgrade the VAB. You can upgrade the launch pad. You can upgrade a bunch of other things.
Oh.
And what you really want to start doing is using your money to upgrade the launch pad.
Okay.
So you can put heavier rockets on there. You can upgrade the VAB so that you can put more parts and have taller rockets.
I don't have enough money to upgrade the VAB right now.
Okay.
But
So I think the launch pad is one of the first things to upgrade.
I did upgrade the launch pad.
Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to point that out. So that's another progression.
Okay. Interesting. And then we've got these other places that aren't really important yet.
So I got to ask, was this a lot easier? It was a much better time than you just trying to figure it out yourself for the first time?
I landed things, so yes. And again, like I tried to follow the tutorial because I thought the tutorial would be the best way to learn the game. And I got to like the third or fourth tutorial and it's like, get into a correct orbit using only your fingers and not the T button because we've disabled it. And I'm like,
Ouch.
yeah, I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Like every time I would tap a key with just a hair of a tap, my rocket would go spinning off in some fucking direction and it's like, nope, you failed. Lol.
Because they've turned off stability.
Yeah.
One of the worst things is sometimes in the game, if you forget to put a part on there that has stability and control, and then you don't have it, you're like, it's just a hair-raising fucking horrible experience trying to get into orbit.
That's the thing. It was a horrible experience, and it was like, no, you have to do this mission to finish it. And I was like, I cannot get this piece of shit rocket to do anything other than spin around in fucking circles in space. And it made me angry, and I refunded the game because it was less than 2 hours into the tutorial, and I couldn't do it. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna have any fun with this game if I can't fly my fucking little space rockets. But this was better. I think I will enjoy playing this. I may play it offline a bit. And it's going to be at least a week before I get to live stream again due to family issues. So I will be back on Monday, probably, everybody. So
Yeah, and then we'll start talking about mods too.
oh, fuck you.
You start getting into it.
Fuck that. I'm glad you stopped by because earlier today I was looking at games to play during a meeting, and I saw that my copy of Sea of Thieves was out of date. And I'm like, I'm going to update this. Obviously, I'm not going to play Sea of Thieves during a meeting because it's like a 3-hour minimum game. But I'm like, man, I miss playing Sea of Thieves with Dusty. So this is good.
Yeah, we got to do that again. The newest update, Season 5, is pretty fucking rad. We should check that out.
I will have to check it out sometime. I don't know when, man, because I've got a whole bunch of shit in my queue. There's so much to do. So much to do. But thanks for teaching me how to play Kerbal, or at least the basics. We'll see when I get to come back to it.
Hey, no problem. I enjoy the game, and about.
All right. Good night, everybody. I'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.
I have to scroll up to get to the stream ending thing, and it zoomed in on my VAB. Amazing. Absolutely best live streamer, 10 out of 10.
All right, Doc. You take care.
Good night, Dusty.
Are you still on stream?
Yup.
Happy holidays. Bye.